Good afternoon, everyone. So, thank you everyone for waiting for our session, and thanks to M2M Forum to giving us this platform to present our product. So, Smart 24x7 is a incubation done under Smart Group, where basically we call ourselves the largest safety and security platform today in India. Why largest? Because simply the number of users that are consuming our services is basically the largest number that we have, right? So I will skip the group introduction. So we have 4 businesses where basically we are doing managed safety and security services. We are a system integrator where we integrate a lot of other manufacturer products, and we are giving ERP solutions to schools, and we are designing our own IoT products now. So the reason we got into Smart 24x7 business was that there was a big gap that we found that when it comes to policing, there is a huge gap which exists. The service levels which the citizens expect and the service levels which the police is today delivering, there's a huge gap, and there is a very big element of corruption and favorism which exists in India. So we need to sort that out. So that is the problem statement that we started with. And when we basically started working on the challenge, so what we saw was that in US, basically you have around 250 policemen over 1 lakh citizens. Whereas in India, this figure stands at 110, and out of them, 20 are being used in VIP securities, and our police force is also responsible for verifying your servants and other stuff. So practically, you are left with around 60 to 70 police men over 1 lakh citizens. So that's a very a number. We call ourselves 1.25 billion people, but the number of policemen that we have is very pathetic, we can say. So there is a lot of deficiency in the trust, basically, on basically people believing that the police will come. Very few people will raise their hands and say that police will come on time. Today, on an average, if you call 100 number, it would take at least 30 to 40 minutes for the police to come in. I'm talking about the not Delhi, but rest of the country basically. So it generally takes 30 minutes for police to come. Hence, there was a need for a platform, a technology platform, where the citizens and the police and the other response services agencies should be connected on one single page. So that was the need of the platform to be getting created. And then we all have been talking 15 lakh cameras to be installed, and so many investments to be done on surveillance of the cities. The number of cameras are not there. We also know that wherever we deploy cameras, CCTV surveillance, the crime rates reduced by 60%. Hence, if there is a mechanism by which we can deploy those many number of cameras or surveillance, automatically the crime is going to come down. So those are the principles that we have started working on, and we created a platform. The challenges which Indian citizens face, I am not talking about the European countries or US countries. The reason is that in those countries, it's already sorted. So the problem does not exist, the scale of the problem does not exist in US and Europe. Hence, the technology which we developed was to be developed for a Southeast Asian kind of environment, where basically there's a lot of different kind of challenges which exist. So we have policemen who do not understand English, plain English. We have policemen who are not very well versed with touch screens, basically. So all those challenges is what we are basically right now working with. Challenges which the citizen face is like, you have listened to so many news, basically Uber case, the Nirbhaya case, so many other cases. Every day you see all those cases. So what is needed is basically a response. If basically somehow the victim is able to inform that I need help, so the help should come to them faster and in a better way. So we are providing the following modules to the government agencies, which is safety and security of all citizens, senior citizen management, because it's again a very big problem in all the big metros, public transport management, city surveillance with public participation. So we are not talking deploying a massive surveillance across the board. We are saying that every RWA or apartments or basically marketplace or a commercial place where those guys will deploy the cameras on their own cost, but the surveillance will be monitored by the city police. So that's the idea. And then servant and tenant employee registration. This is what we are doing basically because most of the crimes basically which happen in the city is because of the aliens which are coming over there, right? So if you are able to register all the aliens who are coming to the city, the crime solving basically becomes much more effective. I'm not saying the crime will go away, but the speed at which the crime gets sorted out will basically be reduced. So how this entire technology is working basically, so we have created a platform where all the agencies which provide response to any citizen basically, they are integrated into our platform. So the first is the police, then the fire and the ambulance. And what we saw was that there are some private companies who are getting into this space of providing safety and security services. So they are a good version of a guarding company basically. So they have people on mobile basically. They are able to reach out to the victim much faster basically before the police even comes. So what we have done basically, we have given an API interface for them so they can now integrate into our services, into our platform, and then we are making both the ends meet. So victim can basically get the service from there. The RWA guards, so the RWA stands for Resident Welfare Association, so which are the gated communities. So we work at a campus, so those guards are being taken care by the corporate guards. In the guards basically which are deployed in your housing societies basically, they are also getting equipped with the smart devices. In case your mother, father or anyone else basically is in emergency, a simple press of a panic button tells the guard that such and such person in this house number is having an emergency, and they can reach out rather than basically the person trying to contact through an intercom and all those things basically. So we have provided interfaces for the logistics and transport companies. So we have a TMS system, transport management system, which protects the employee personal information from the drivers and the vendors basically who are giving services to corporate. We are going to extend it to the pizza delivery guys and all those basically. So the logistics and transport company is going to get integrated. Security agencies, as I said that there are several security agencies who are providing services to the citizens. They will basically be using our platform to render their services out to their users. Then security product manufacturers. So all of us basically the IoT, so someone is trying to build a security platform, security devices, surveillance. So there are several alerts which gets generated. Now those alerts will get generated, but who will service them? Someone is servicing them. So whether it is a police or a fire or an ambulance or a hospital has to be informed basically. So we are the platform where basically we are trying to aggregate all the people onto the same platform. So if you have a product which is going to talk to a doctor or to a hospital, then we are the platform for you basically. So we will connect to the right agency basically. And of course the telecom operators basically, they are very important. They play a very important part in our game plan because they are already having those 900 million mobile smartphone users basically which exist in India. So they are our vehicle to basically reach out to that market. So how this technology works is that a person is being, he can download this application that we have, which is Smart 24x7. It is free of cost for all the Indian citizens, and he can download it. When he downloads, he has to register by his mobile phone number that gets verified, and once the verification gets done, so he can basically press the panic button. As soon as he presses the panic button, the alert gets sent to our server. So first we try for an internet connection. If that does not exist, then we use a SMS to send an alert to our servers. So mind it that we are trying to optimize the battery use. We are trying to optimize the top up that the mobile phone user has. We don't consume his SMSs basically. So because once someone is in distress, we do not want to drain his battery or anything else basically. Yes, we do basically localize the GPS location. If not found basically, then we leverage on the cell towers to basically localize the location of this thing. As soon as that gets done, the near and dear ones of the person gets informed, and our contact center, we are running a contact center which is running 24/7, gets into action, and then we localize which city this person is basically. And then after localization, we inform the right city police basically, and accordingly the city police will start taking the action depending what is the request that the victim has done. So he can request for a fire truck or he can request for an ambulance. So accordingly the response gets deployed and we inform the right agency in the right time. Let me tell you, give you an example basically which exists in NCR. We have seen in the after Nirbhay basically every city has come up with a women helpline, right? So the beauty of our country is that everyone has his own number basically. So if there is a woman in NCR where we are, in Gurgaon it is 1091, in Noida it is 1090, and in Delhi it is 181. So think about that. If there is a girl who is in distress and wants to connect to an authority, she is lost, right? So either she dials all the 3 numbers or she dials the wrong number and she gets redirected to the new number. So what we have done is we identify where exactly the victim is and then basically connect to the right authority. And this exists across India. This is just, I'm telling you, the NCR. So even the highway toll numbers basically, in Haryana it is 1073, in UP it is 1074. And I don't know what's there in the south of India basically. So the problem is huge. There is a requirement of a platform where basically everything gets consolidated and gives a very seamless experience to all the citizens basically in India. So this is a home screen of our application. I would request all of you to download it. What you need to type in your app stores are basically Smart 24x7. Download it. It is free of cost and basically experience it. What we have is that I can tell you is that there's a black button which says I am unsafe. When you press I am unsafe, only your near and dear ones gets informed. But if you press the panic button, immediately the police, fire and ambulance basically gets into action kind of thing. What does a normal citizen get basically? So a normal citizen can inform about the safe travel basically. So in this application you can type in that I am traveling on this vehicle to this location, and that location is now shared with your near and dear ones. If your vehicle takes a detour basically, or it exceeds the speed limit that you are traveling basically, let's say you have set a 60 kilometer is a safe speed limit. The moment the vehicle will go on 61 or 62 kilometer, immediately an alert will trigger with an audio alert that you are overspeeding. Are you safe or not? So it might be that you are getting abducted basically. So if you are getting abducted, you can just press a button. The button will come on its own basically in the application, and then you can press that I am unsafe or I am in a panic mode kind of thing. So that is there. What we have done is basically we have integrated a physical SOS button with this app of ours. So this is nothing but a Bluetooth button which basically if the button gets pressed, so the panic gets triggered. The beauty of this is because when we went to a lot of girls basically, so they said ki if there is an attacker, he will first snatch my phone and throw it away, because every attacker today knows that there is some application in the phone kind of thing. So that is the reason we created it. So which means that if this attacker snatches the phone and throws it away, the distance between both the devices, if it is beyond 5 meters, we trigger an alert. Right? So you would be carrying your phone in your hand and your Bluetooth button in your bag or wherever, keychains kind of thing, and hence it gives us an ability to sense whether the person is in emergency or not. The same thing is going to work on the wearable. So we are coming out with wearable devices also. So we can measure the heart rate, BP, whatever. So all those devices are compatible to all our platform basically. So if any one of you basically is innovating in a wearable space and want to basically the response to be provided by the police, fire or ambulance, then we are the right partners for you basically. So you don't need to build a platform like this because we are already doing that hard work for you. So we have a call center which is 24/7. Distress, so I've explained all the features over here. So it is one application with multiple use basically. So the biggest use case of this is like, this is a police control room, how it looks like. So they get to know the location of the victim, the name and the phone number immediately. It is broadcasted in front of them. When you press the panic button on your mobile phone, a 1-minute audio gets recorded into your phone automatically and images starts getting clicked by your phone in a silent mode. And that gets uploaded into the police control room. So if the victim is not able to talk even, but someone is trying to attack, the police can listen to that recording and take the appropriate action. So that is already done basically. The next thing that we have done is you can register your employees, your servants, your maids basically through this platform. And on the entry gate, we are providing smartphones to the guards. And whenever you register your maid or employee, we give a QR code based employee ID card, which will inform the guard that if the employment of the employee has been terminated, immediately the guard will come to know, because this is a cloud-based system. And what help the police is getting is that they know in which house how many servants are working, and in case the crime happens in that house, they know which employee has gone missing, so they can easily track that person. This is a feature for old age citizens. So what happens is that most of the senior citizens who are staying, they're staying lonely. So their kids are either in US or Europe, wherever they're working. So there's no one to basically take care of those people. There are NGOs who are working towards basically taking care of them, but again, they might visit them 15 days or 1 month down the line kind of thing. So what we have done is we have made a button on this app, on our app. If you are 50 years plus and you say that you're staying alone, every day a button will come on this app and you will be asked to press the button at a predefined time which you want to configure basically. Let's say 11 o'clock. So if 11 o'clock I don't press, first we send an SMS, then we do a IVR call. So we do 3 IVR calls to that person, and if he is not responding, then we escalate it to police or to the NGO so that they can go and check whether the citizen is safe or sound kind of thing. So this is a very basic, but yes, important application for the senior citizens to basically to be taken care of. We are managing all the autos and taxis in a city basically. So we are deploying QR codes on all the vehicles, and so the rating of the drivers are being taken, drivers and the vehicle ratings are being taken by the citizens. And the moment basically we identify that there are certain drivers who are having very low rating, so they are being put to a training session and their ratings are reset and then put back into the system. So here we are again working with an NGO who is going to train the drivers how to treat your customers. So every problem statement that we are seeing in the society which is leading to a safety security threat, we are trying to basically educate the society. So we are trying to change the culture, the way the drivers treat their customers basically. So that is how basically things are happening. Coming back to city surveillance, as I said that there are several physical panic buttons, surveillance cameras which gets deployed, and we are trying to build a technology where basically, let's say you have a DVR in your home and you have deployed 4 cameras in your house, and 2 of the cameras are looking outside your house basically. So those 2 cameras access can be given to the city police is what we are trying to work on. So we are trying to work on a firmware basically which will be taken up by all the DVR manufacturers, which will basically allow the citizen to share any one camera in their house or in their shop basically to the city police, which they can monitor. So to resolve a crime, they don't need to come and take the recordings from your DVR. They will be able to take it out on an auto mode from there and then itself. That is how we are working. Again, there are smart surveillance solutions that we are creating. So we basically launched in December 2013. We are live with 9 cities basically. So we are live in Jammu, Jalandhar, Gurgaon, Meerut, Lucknow, Noida, Gurgaon, and Mohali and Chandigarh basically. So Chandigarh is the place, if anyone of you basically happens to visit over there, go there, press the button. Every PCR van is having a smart 24/7 device. So their turnaround time in that city is right now less than 5 minutes basically. So that's the a thing that I think we are through with the trials with Delhi Police also. Hopefully we will see the technology getting implemented in the next 2 to 3 months. But this is how the next level of policing is going to happen in the cities, and this is the technology which can be implemented in old cities also. So we are not talking smart cities per se. So we are worried about where 80% or maybe 90% of the people stay. They will not shift their homes. They will not migrate to a new locality because we are like that only. So we need to improve on where we are. So today we are 100,000 downloads basically in last 6 months that we got. Around 1600 positive reviews, basically go and check it. And we have won the best safety app award also. So these are the list of our clients basically from government. So we are live with a lot of cities police. We are working with corporates. So we are giving them employee safety security solutions as well as safe transport management system also is what we are doing. We work with industries associations also where they are able to provide a safe campus kind of. So this campus ranges from 15 kilometers area kind of like that. So Mohali Industrial Association and Manesar Industrial Association are working with us to make the entire campus of theirs basically safe and secure. As I said that a lot of security companies are now getting integrated into us. So in Delhi NCR, OneTouch was is a company basically which has already got integrated into us. So they were also planning to come up with a similar platform where there was a panic button. They already have it basically, but now it is too difficult for them to manage because their core is not to run the technology. Their core is to basically give us security services. So hence basically we have worked out a deal with them. So they will leverage on our platform and they will be giving the services. Hence our core is to create the platform which is pan-India, should be able to handle millions of connections at the same point of time. So that is what basically we are working with. We have also started working with a lot of cab companies, so which is WTI, Eco Rent a Car, and TRX Travel. So we are already working with them. So these are the cities that we have already integrated. This is how we have seen the last 8 months growth with us. These red dots are the location from where people have pressed the panic button and tested our application. So out of 100,000 people, 45,000 people have pressed the panic button, and basically this is where the footprint of the entire thing. Till date, we have solved 45 genuine cases. So in the last 6 months, 45. So out of them, I can say easily that there were some 10 very critical thing where human life was saved because the action was taken in the right point of time kind of thing. So that is there. Some of the testimonials, I would request you to go and read them. So we are looking for partners, basically partners who are developing several devices, wearables, or any kind of thing. So we want to be a platform. We want to be in a platform play. We don't want to be innovating or re-innovating the devices which exist in US or Europe, basically. So if you have a need where you want to connect to consumers basically all across India, then we are the platform basically. So we will work out APIs for you depending upon what is the nature of business that you have. So let's say a health, the gentleman said that you are trying to innovate a wristband or which will basically monitor the blood pressure. So we will get connected you to the hospital and to the ambulance also for that matter. So automatically everything will start working for you basically on that. So that is it. Thank you very much. And any questions?